This prison fight gone wrong is hard to watch. When a man falls from the second floor during the chaos, the first thought is, did he survive? From what I've found, it happened at the Federal Correctional Complex in Lompoc, California. The fall wasn't just bad, it was devastating. The guy sustained multiple blunt force injuries, broken bones, and even had his mental faculties impaired, needing weeks in the hospital and therapy just to start recovering. It's wild to think about the kind of damage a fall like that can do. What really sticks with me is the aftermath. 4 other inmates were sentenced to extra time for their roles in the fight. It's chilling to imagine the atmosphere in that place, where something like this can happen in a flash. It makes you wonder about the long-term impact on someone surviving such a fall. Physically, sure, but mentally? To go through something so traumatic in such a dangerous environment? That's got to change a person forever. The clip is shocking, but the story behind it hits even harder. This escape is straight up like something out of a movie. The prisoner just stands there casually, waiting for the perfect moment, and when everyone's distracted, he slowly backs out the door like it's no big deal. It's almost funny how low-key it is. No frantic running or alarms, just pure patience and timing. Honestly, the boldness is kind of impressive. What gets me is how no one even glances his way as he's slipping out. It makes you think, how many people could actually get away with something like this just by playing it cool, wild, and definitely not something you'd expect to see in real life. This isn't a Halloween prank, it's a terrifying reality. A gang member tried to escape prison by dressing up as his own daughter, complete with a wig, mask, and clothes.
Tira de uma vez. Tira a peruca dele. Tira a máscara. Tira a roupa.
It's unsettling how convincing the disguise was at first glance, making you wonder just how far people will go to manipulate and evade justice.
É só tirar a roupa normal. Não tem esculacho. Ninguém tá te fazendo nada, pô. Sem esculacho.
Não.
Devagar. Isso.
Bota de volta o...
Não, pode tirar. Bom, tira a máscara.
Só um minuto. Pera aí. É isso, deixa eu falar comigo.
Qual é o teu nome?
Alvino da Silva.
Marcelo.
Vicente.
What's even scarier is the thought of what could have happened if he'd succeeded. This wasn't just a harmless stunt. It was a dangerous criminal attempting to walk right out the door, blending into the outside world where he could have vanished. This is absolute chaos. A bulldozer smashing through a prison wall, and suddenly 13 inmates are running for freedom. The "oh, what was that?" moment is exactly how everyone probably felt seeing it unfold. And the guards, instead of locking things down, they're shouting, "Stop that man filming." Like, maybe stop the guys running out first? It's wild to think how poorly protected the prison must have been for something like this to even happen. A bulldozer, really. The sheer audacity of it is terrifying. Imagine being nearby and seeing that wall crumble, knowing dangerous people are on the loose. Apparently, all 13 escapees were captured, so the breakout was ultimately futile. But the fact that it even happened in the first place, that's what sticks with you. It's the kind of thing that feels like it belongs in a movie, not real life, and in today's world, you know everyone's first instinct would be to film it. But let's not forget, call the cops first, then grab your phone. Inside a Brazilian prison, something unsettling is caught on camera. A DJ blasting music, dancers moving like they're at a party, and even someone twerking behind a pillar. It's the kind of scene that makes you stop and wonder how this is even possible in a place meant for strict control. The casualness of it all is what makes it so eerie. A full DJ setup in a prison isn't just unexpected. It's a sign that the usual rules don't apply here. It's not just the music or the dancing. It's the sense that something deeper is off. A reminder that in places like this, control can slip away in ways you don't see coming. This clip is hard to watch. A desperate inmate tries to escape, but the razor wire around the prison is no joke. Once you hit that stuff, it doesn't just poke you, it rips your skin apart. It's brutal, and the sheer danger of it is a reminder of how serious prison security really is.
Ooh, get up there. And it look like you stuck. Oh yeah, that's gonna hurt. Gonna hurt. You better try to turn around as quick. You better retreat.
The wire is designed to stop escapes at all costs, and it's not forgiving. People who've worked with it describe seeing wildlife like opossums and raccoons get disemboweled just trying to navigate it. The fact that someone would still attempt to scale it speaks volumes about the desperation involved.
Go back, turn around. Oh yeah, you're gonna pass away.
Most prisons have multiple layers of this wire, so even with a plan, getting through is nearly impossible without outside help. Seeing someone go up against something this dangerous is chilling. It's not just about escaping. It's a fight against something designed to hurt anyone who tries. And as you watch, you can't help but wonder, is freedom worth this kind of pain?
When I started walking, it was like I got some strength. Well, after I prayed, for real, after I made select. You know what I'm saying? It was like I got some strength. And then I walked on down to the dorm and I seen the post. They calling me sergeant because I got the uniform on. They think I'm a sergeant. And I open up the key. Oh, you got the key on it.
A man in prison holding guards hostage decides it's the perfect time to roll a joint. I mean, if you're already looking at 50 more years, might as well take the edge off, right?
Insurance, we ain't even have to get physical. Your eyes got big as golf balls. Hey man, y'all so silly.
Yeah, get it right. Straight right. Yeah. Right. Bring them like your mama chick.
Inmates frying chicken in prison. Now that's a culinary plot twist. The real mystery? How did all that raw chicken even get in there? You can't help but picture someone smuggling drumsticks in a place no drumstick should ever go. It's both impressive and disturbing.
Your mama chick in it, big church, rest out.
I mean, they've got the hustle and ingenuity down, turning a cell into a kitchen, but the logistics are mind-boggling. The frying setup, the oil, the raw chicken, Someone had to orchestrate all of this like it's an episode of Iron Chef, Lockdown Edition. And while it's hard not to chuckle at the absurdity, there's also the terrifying thought of just how far people will go to make prison life a little less grim. Let's just hope they had a really good cleanup system after that meal. In a startling display of defiance, inmates at the Litoral Penitentiary in Guayaquil, Ecuador, intentionally flooded their prison to create an impromptu pool. This act tells us about the severe challenges within Ecuador's prison system, including overcrowding, gang influence, and deteriorating infrastructure. The Litoral Penitentiary, designed for 5,000 inmates, currently houses approximately 10,000, doubling its intended capacity. Such conditions have led to frequent riots and violence, with over 400 inmate deaths since 2021.
We doing what we doing and we have what we have.
That's what we have, you see what I'm saying? That's what we have.
Put you down, clown.
Prison grilling, a knockoff Rolex, 2 mobile phones, and even a TikTok account. It's like a barbecue with a side of luxury behind bars. But this whole setup feels surreal, but it's more common than you'd think. Turns out, this isn't just inmates getting creative, it's all part of the unspoken system.
It's not been on, it just look like that.
Yeah.
Some say guards covertly allow things like this to maintain order. Peace offerings like phones, drugs, or even a grill keep things running smoother than cracking down hard on every little violation. It's a balancing act. Control the chaos without sparking rebellion. The weirdest part? Watching them upload TikToks from a prison cookout. A guy was filming inside an abandoned prison, exploring the eerie, decaying cells, when he suddenly spotted something that sent chills down his spine.
I may or may not have climbed up because there's no stairs.
A shadowy figure inside a locked cell. At first, it seemed impossible. The door was sealed, rusted shut from years of neglect. How could anything or anyone be in there?
If you look closely, you can clearly see a shadow figure.
The figure didn't move, but its presence was undeniable. It was just dark enough and just still enough to make you question what you were seeing. Was it a trick of the light? Leftover debris casting an odd shadow? Or was there something more unsettling going on? Chechen prisons are a whole different vibe. These guys walk around like they own the place. And honestly, they probably do. It's not just the swagger, it's the aura of control. Like everyone else knows not to step out of line around them. This prison break took a bizarre turn when the tunnel the inmates dug ended up being too small for some of them to escape. In a twist of irony, police had to assist the struggling prisoners out of the tight space, only to capture them immediately afterward. The scene was equal parts absurd and tense as officers pulled one prisoner after another out of the cramped hole. For the inmates, what must have seemed like their ticket to freedom turned into an almost comical dead end. This is what happens when a prison officer is cool with inmates.
When the prison staff love you,
Say hello, man.
Cotton gang.
This clip is gut-wrenching. The inmate is sitting down for what's reportedly his last meal, trembling uncontrollably while someone in the background coldly tells him to hurry up. You can see the fear and overwhelming emotion in every movement as his hands shake while he tries to eat. The tension is unbearable. The rushed tone of the guard behind him adds another layer of cruelty, turning what should be a solemn moment into something mechanical and almost dehumanizing. It's a raw, unfiltered look at a moment most of us can't even begin to imagine. This isn't just a video, it's a reminder of the finality of such a situation. Regardless of opinions on justice or punishment, seeing someone in their last moments like this is haunting. It sticks with you, leaving you questioning how you'd react in such a moment. Japanese prisoner hijacks a police van to escape after his court hearing in Bangkok. This Japanese prisoner didn't just think outside the box, he turned the box into his getaway ride. After a court hearing in Bangkok, he managed to hijack the police van meant to transport him back to jail. Talk about flipping the script on a prison break. The audacity is wild. It's not every day you hear about someone using the very vehicle meant to keep them locked up as their escape plan. You've got to wonder how he pulled it off. Did he overpower the guards? Sneakily take control? Either way, it's bold and bizarre. A North Korean prisoner and former Special Forces operative executed a daring and calculated escape from a Chinese jail, showcasing his training and resourcefulness. Using a homemade rope, he pulled on the electric fence wires, causing a short circuit and disabling the barrier. The entire operation was over in just 3 minutes, a testament to his precision and quick thinking. A 22-year-old man serving time for theft was so thin that he was able to escape prison through a window to receive parcels. In a bizarre yet impressive escape, a man serving time for theft managed to wiggle his way out of prison through a narrow parcel window. His unusually slim build was the key, allowing him to slip through an opening most wouldn't even consider trying. The thought of someone fitting through such a tiny space is both incredible and unsettling. It's the kind of escape that feels almost surreal, like something out of a movie. But for the guards, it's likely a major wake-up call. What seemed like an impossible route turned out to be the perfect exit. When the Taliban seized control of the Paktika Central Prison, it turned into pure chaos. Over 300 prisoners escaped in what felt like the prison's version of an open house. The gates didn't just open, they were practically thrown wide, with everyone rushing out like it was the end of a fire drill. The scene was chaotic, but also unsettling. It's not just about the sheer number of escapees, it's about what happens next. Hundreds of individuals, including potentially dangerous ones, suddenly free to disappear into the region. In a moment that left everyone stunned, a man was assaulted in prison while attending his Zoom court call.
2 males, one of them
Your Honor, I don't know what's going on in the jail right now. It looks like somebody just went and started beating up the defendant.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes, where are the officers?
Talk about a situation spiraling out of control. No one, least of all the court staff, expected to witness punches flying live on camera. The strangest part, the guy throwing the punches probably timed it perfectly, knowing the victim would be distracted and unable to react. These prisoners got creative and turned their prison into a trampoline park.
I've never seen this before. Dude literally jumps straight off the tier in front of all of those guards and goes into straight front flip mode. Boom! Hits the center, guard on top. Now it goes straight into front flip mode. Boom, boom, boom! That's crazy!
A security camera caught the exact moment chaos erupted inside a prison in Rio Grande do Sul. Inmates were attempting to escape, with one of them managing to climb the wall and make a clean getaway.
De ciclone extratropical, assim como aconteceu no mês passado, né? Ou no mês retrasado, se não me engano. Como é que está o tempo hoje aí em Porto Alegre, hein, tia? Bom dia, bom trabalho.
Oi, Joel, bom dia, Thaís, a todo mundo que está com a gente aqui no Bora Brasil. A previsão do tempo se confirma aqui no Rio Grande do Sul, com chuva fraca na região de Porto Alegre nessa terça-feira. A tendência é de que esse ciclone extratropical se forme na costa do Uruguai amanhã e que comece a causar mais problemas em relação a ventos muito fortes, um volume de chuva muito grande na quinta-feira aqui no sul do Brasil, tanto para nós no Rio Grande do Sul quanto no estado de Santa Catarina. O frio deu um tempo por aqui, viu? A temperatura está relativamente agradável, mas a chuva fraca realmente está incomodando um pouquinho quem está na rua hoje.
Tá bom. Ô tia, vamos colocar umas imagens agora de alguns bandidos que tentaram escapar de um presídio no interior aí do Rio Grande do Sul. Eu digo alguns, mas me parece que um conseguiu escapar. Veja aí, ó, imagens internas de um presídio, olha os caras pulando ali, até com uma certa facilidade, né? Colocando as mãos ali nas janelas. Olha lá, alguns caíram. Viram? Alguns chegaram a colocar as mãos lá em cima da muralha, mas acabaram despencando. Agora, tia, realmente um me parece que escapa. Olha lá, o cara foi hábil, hein? Que habilidade, o cara conseguiu escalar e escapou mesmo desse presídio. Em qual local aí do Rio Grande do Sul, hein, tia?
The footage shows the intensity of the moment. Desperation mixed with adrenaline as they tried to seize their chance. In the early morning hours, 11 prisoners made a daring escape from the Nova Esperança police station, scaling the walls under the cover of darkness. Security cameras captured the entire operation, showing the escapees in action as they climbed to freedom with surprising coordination and speed.
Na sequência, todos saem correndo e desaparecem. Os foragidos são:
2 inmates made a daring escape by hiding in trash cans and getting pushed out by other inmates. Talk about taking out the trash. In a dramatic escape, convicted drug dealer Denis Talayev fled custody in Tomsk, Russia. Sentenced to 10 years, Talayev managed to escape by throwing white powder at his guards, disorienting them, and evading capture despite their use of weapons. Surveillance footage captured the incident, leading to disciplinary actions against 5 police officers. As of now, Talayev remains at large and is the subject of an active manhunt. A Mississippi inmate made headlines, and probably a few enemies, by headbutting an officer as he was being escorted into court.
What's up?
It's certainly one way to express frustration, but let's be real, it's not exactly the best legal strategy.
What's up?
The moment was caught on camera, showing the inmate's sudden and aggressive move, which left the officer stunned. It's hard to tell what he thought this would achieve, other than adding more charges to his record. A Hamilton County inmate made a break for freedom, and it was all caught on camera. Surveillance video shows Jeffrey Hope running out of a holding cell at the Hamilton County Courthouse, sprinting down a hallway as several deputies chased him, even drawing their tasers. Despite his efforts, Hope's escape attempt was unsuccessful. Deputies caught him, put him in handcuffs, and he continued to struggle as they placed him back in a cell. Well, at least he tried. This prisoner, Cody Jondreau, climbed the northwest wall of the Pinellas County Jail's recreation yard and went through the razor wire in about 26 seconds. He ran across the roof, jumped 11 feet to the ground, and continued over a second fence. Sadly for him, deputies pursued Gendreau and apprehended him in a nearby parking lot. He sustained multiple injuries and was taken to the hospital for treatment. A prisoner found himself in deep trouble, literally, after attempting a Shawshank Redemption-style escape via the communal toilet.
Sai daí, rapaz! Sai daí!
Se vira, se tu entrou, como é que não vai sair?
Bora, rapaz, sai daí!
Tô tentando.
Você tá tentando essa aí? Então espera aí, deixa eu chamar um cara aí pra te puxar. Espera aí. Sai daí. Ei, Peladão, puxa ele aqui.
Covered in excrement, he tried to slither headfirst through a hole in the ground. Two men grabbed his legs and pulled him back out, returning him to his cell covered from head to toe in sewage. It was an escape plan that definitely went down the drain.